Welcome to our 34th Satsang here at the Kriya Yoga School. I'm joined with our Kriya Yoga School members, Veronica, as always, and our new Kriya Yoga School member, Suha. Welcome to our 34th Satsang. Feel free to ask whatever you want. I'm an open book. I'll answer all your questions wholeheartedly, as best as I can.
Well, starting, I didn't think my computer was, it wasn't turning on, and then and then it went through another update, and then I couldn't get my earphones to plug in, so I turned around and I just started doing the Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om, and all of a sudden everything started working. So I think Babaji wants me here. So I'm just happy to be here. So yeah.
Jai Babaji.
Yeah.
Every day is a test as a yogi. For me too. You know, there's always some roadblocks. There's always some obstacles to overcome. Some mountains to climb every day. So I am no exception. Some days my headphones don't work. Some days they work. Some days the computer that works. Some day it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's always testing you. My guru used to say every day is a test as a yogi. So today is no different. So let's find some mountains to climb and get over them and
Yeah.
keep moving.
Yeah. Keep climbing.
So I have a question. Who is Jai Baba?
Who?
What do you mean when you say Jai Babaji? She's asking.
Jai Babaji.
Oh, Jai Babaji. That means like
Thank you, Veronica.
victory.
You're welcome.
Jai means victory. So when you say Jai in like a mantra, it's almost like hallelujah Babaji, like all the glory to Babaji, all the praise to Babaji. So like a lot of these mantras have Jai in it, which basically kind of means victory. So in Kriya Kundalini Pranayama, the way we breathe is called Ujjayi breath, which means victorious breath, like we're overcoming the breath. So when we breathe in what's called Ujjayi breath, which is basically like a hissing kind of snoring kind of breath in your throat. And that's the way most yogis breathe. It's called pranayama. So like that's basically Ujjayi means victorious breath. So when we say Jai, it's like victory, like victory to Babaji, victory to Shiva, Jai Babaji, Jai Mataji, Jai whichever deity. We're kind of giving the glory to them, giving like the victory to them, that they're the greatest. So my guru used to say, in yoga, I've told this story before. We have like what's called hot potato. We don't want to hold the praise or the ego. We kind of give it to somebody else. So we're always saying, Jai Babaji, he's the greatest. You know, I take no credit for any of this. Babaji's the greatest. So it's like victory to Babaji. So Jai means victory, and when you say it like in Ujjayi, it means victorious breath. Like we're overcoming the breath in pranayama.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Suha.
Thank you.
So I've been doing the Bali Kriya in the morning just to stretch out my tongue.
And, Tabalabia Kriya, yeah.
Tabalabia Kriya.
Tabalabia. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Tabalabia. Tabalabia. What Veronica's saying is we have a tongue stretching exercise where you stretch out your tongue like that, and then you curl it back on the roof of your mouth, which is called K-Cherry Mudra, and that's how we breathe Kriya Kundalini Pranayama.
Yeah, I used it with the training with the Kundalini. We put regular in certain moving the energy like an orbit, from left to right or from up to down.
Yeah.
We put the tongue
Right.
upwards like that and breathe like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's called K-Cherry Mudra, where when you the tongue touches the roof of your mouth.
Mm.
So something unexpected's happened. Like I've been doing that for a couple weeks, and I think my when I do my mantras, they sound better. I don't know.
Mm.
Is that something that sounds plausible? I don't know. I was thinking, I think it sounds better. I was thinking maybe it was because of the tongue stretching. So
Yeah, it sounds plausible because the more you align your body and center your body, and this is kind of like centering the prana through K-Cherry Mudra and Tabula Bia Kriya, it 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 makes, how can I say, your mantras come in one continuous rhythm, so it kind of aligns yourself and clears out the blockages when you're like bringing up the energy from your root to your crown. So like
yeah,
it sounds perfectly plausible that once your body is in more alignment than it was before, then all these pieces of the puzzle kind of fit together and happen kind of naturally.
yeah. I don't know. I could see why some yogis want to cut the back the that part of your tongue just to get it back as far as you can. But I'm not going to do that. But I'm finding I can get my tongue back a little bit farther every time I do it. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I wouldn't recommend cutting
No,
your
that sounds very
tongue.
painful.
So you're so cutting the under of your tongue, so your tongue can go back further in K-Cherry Mudra. It's
Yeah.
perfectly fine wherever it's comfortable for you. There are some stream yogis who do different techniques to go to the stream, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just stretch out your tongue normally, and that would
Yeah.
be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So a question, please.
Yes.
How do you, like sometimes when I do courses or I commit like 100%, I either commit 100% and practice 45 minutes and do the question and answer every week, or I just completely just cut. I know it's yani I have discipline, but sometimes the transmission in life, or if I had an awakening and it doesn't matches my partner and I'm just going there and he's not coming with me, it just ruined the relation, and I have a transition in life, so trying to figure it out. But I practice whatever I can, like in certain times, but I'm not till now as committed as I had certain courses. I like it here. I like the sharing. I want to study. It's just when you have, I don't know if I have my awakening or not, but since I got introduced to energy, yoga, Kundalini, the Reiki, it's just, I have the urge of non-stop learning, and it's been since 2010, like just non-stop learning as much as I can, not only in one thing. I like to explore. So what makes it, how I find it like, it's hard for me now in my stage of life. I'm focusing in myself. I don't have any partners. I moved from Austin away from my family. I'm starting everything from scratch, having new jobs, doing everything I like, teaching cooking, teaching the Reiki, doing everything I want to do, not committed to a job, just part-time job, because I need to be independent. Sorry. So it's just, I want to go back to, I have the inner peace but sometimes life just keeps dragging you out, people dragging you, and I resist it. Sometimes I just sit at home. I don't want to see no one. I know I'm protected energy wise. I can feel people, I can see through them, and I don't connect, but it's just non-stop. Every day you have to fight for your inner peace. That's it. I don't know. It's not a question. Maybe I just wanted to speak it out.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like I said before, every day is a test as a yogi. Like in the Kriya Yoga School, we have a mantra. It's called a Kavacham shield mantra, which is basically a shield mantra. And even me, in my state, I always say the Kavacham shield mantra because I know when I go outside my inner sanctuary into the external world, the Maya delusional world, they're coming. They're attacking me from all angles. So it's important to have your shield up, your peace of mind. My guru used to tell me like be in the world but not of the world. So you kind of have that detached kind of perspective, like I'm not attached to any outcome in this world. This world is like a war zone. It's a minefield out here, but I want to be the guiding light in the darkness. I said before, like from the Bible, yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I should fear no evil because I am the light in the darkness. So to basically say that when I was in the Himalayan mountains, I wanted to stay in the cave with my guru, but he said it's important for somebody like you to go in the world to show people that it's possible. Like you are living proof that anybody could do it. Like if you could become a yogi and you could be on the spiritual path, then anybody can. So but it's hard being here in the external world, like you said. Like there are bills to be paid. There are people that are on different levels spiritually that you can't relate to because you're up here and they're still down here. So it's a war zone, and like I said, it's every day is a test out here as a yogi. But at the Kriya Yoga School, we try to give the tools you need to help you overcome whatever happens to you in daily life. So, as you know, in the paid Kriya Yoga School, we have all these different techniques, and it's basically giving you whatever technique resonates with you the best. You put it in your toolbox and you integrate it into your daily life to help you get you through whatever mountains you have to climb in daily life. So we try to give a good set of tools. Like what works for me is not really gonna work for everybody else. So we try to give as much as possible. And what works for you, put it in your pocket, put it in your toolbox, and look for the opportunity in daily life to overcome. Like whatever happens. Like I don't know. This person said something to me, so I'm gonna use Patanjali's 9 emotional release techniques to let it go. And you just start to become like a more detached kind of witness in daily life. Like things start to affect you a lot less. And Veronica's living proof because she was skeptical about the Kriya Yoga School. Now she is the number one Kriya Yoga School student. So I always say if I could do it, anybody could do it. Like I don't want to be like on this guru pedestal. Like oh I'm so smart, I'm so enlightened, I did it. But believe me, before I got on the path of Kriya Yoga, I was a famous DJ. I treated my body like an amusement park. I did everything wrong. So like if I could get on the spiritual path, then anybody could. And that's I want to be the proof or the pointer to show that if I could do it, anybody could do it.
I don't know, something that you say all the time, Vedgurudev, that I like is that Kriya, yeah, we're Kriyas, we're action yogis. And
Right.
before, like we complain about all these things in our lives, how we're being messed with. But I've realized with Kriya yoga, like, oh, I just doing asanas, moving my body, doing these breathing techniques, the meditations, the mantras, the mudras, is like I have access to like fix everything in my life now. I'm not helpless, and it's just it's simple things to do. And I don't want to be a victim. I feel like I have the tools now to like overcome everything. And something Yogananda said is that Kriya yoga makes you like superhuman. I don't think that I am like a superhero, but I do feel like, I have the potential to do anything, that like my potential is wide open. I feel like I maybe I could do anything I wanted to. And I kind of wonder if like humans have, we have been like, I hate, like nefarious forces have like tried to like push us down with fear. But, at least with Kriya yoga, I feel like I have these tools that I can handle anything. And maybe, moving my body. Wow, I feel so much better just breathing. And I'm flabbergasted how simple it is. But I think with Kriya yoga, you have to be disciplined, and it's something that you have to like set an intention to do every day. And maybe not even think of it as work, think of it as something fun to do. So that's been my experience so far with Kriya yoga. And maybe that will help somebody else and inspire somebody else to want to do Kriya yoga. That it's not hard, it's just something that you just, you just do it every day, and you start to see changes in yourself. I know I definitely feel less triggered in life, so I think that's a good indication that it's working. I feel calmer, more peaceful. People, I don't get as mad as easily. So that's been my experience so far. We have
Yeah, my guru
somebody.
used to say,
Go
oh,
ahead.
okay. Oh, yeah, my guru used to say, we're Kriya yogis, we're action yogis. We don't talk about Kriya, we do Kriya. So, like, all these stories about Kriya yoga, like if you read Autobiography of Yogi, it's all stories about Kriya yoga, but it's no real techniques of how to do Kriya yoga. In our school, we show how to do Kriya. We don't talk
Yeah.
about it like we're not attached to the stories. We're attached to the action of doing Kriya yoga. Like these stories are great, but we want you to integrate Kriya yoga into your life and be the best person you could be. So that's how we integrate Kriya.
We just had one comment. DK Black Singer says, "Hey everyone, hi. I'm sorry I said your name
Hello,
wrong."
DK. Hello.
So
Yeah. So yeah, when even in my case, like I was like, this Kriya yoga doesn't work. It's not gonna help me. It's just a bunch of foo-foo hippies talking about thing. But when I really started committing myself to doing the practices, I really started
yeah,
seeing a night and day difference in my life. Like, and once you start seeing that difference in your life, it becomes infectious. It becomes addictive. Like you never want to stop, right? So I wanted to learn, like Suha said, I wanted to learn as much as I can. I wanted to read every book I can about Kriya Yoga. I wanted to go to every spiritual place in India about Kriya Yoga. I wanted to meet as many gurus and swamis and yogis and lamas, everybody. I wanted to see for myself instead of
yeah,
regurgitating somebody else's story. I wanted to live my own story, and I wanted to see from my personal experience. So, like, yeah, I understand. Like, once, like I said, Babaji hit me with his lightning bolt. I was addicted to Kriya Yoga forever, and I've been a Kriya Yogi ever since, and my whole life is Kriya Yoga. And I like what you said before, Veronica. I didn't choose Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga chose me, you know. So here I am, and now I'm trying to help other people answer their questions and everything. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's DK, he says, I'm signed up with Skool, but I'm not joining live due to my cough. I'm here to learn about chakra clearing and everything else.
Okay, so all right, so the in our paid Kriya Yoga School, which I think he's a member of, in the advanced class number 1 is called Unblocking Your 7 Chakras. So it's it gives you the bija mantras, and it gives you the guided techniques to unclear your chakras and unblock your chakras. So it's once I get off here, I'll send you the direct link. I sent it to Suha, which is, she was asking about that in the last satsang. So yeah, so to clear your chakras, you basically open the flower. You start from the root chakra, which is the Muladhara. You say the bija mantra, open that. Then you go to the sacral chakra. You say the bija mantra, open that. You say the navel chakra, the Manipura. You open the bija mantra for that. The heart chakra, the Anahata. You open the heart chakra. You say the bija mantra. Throat chakra, you open your eyebrow chakra. Your Agna, you open, and then your crown chakra. And in our paid Kriya Yoga School, which you're a member of, I have a visualization of an image that I'm holding up where you could see each chakra I'm saying. It says the bija mantra, and you could follow along, and that will unblock or clear your chakras in the way I was taught. And a lot of our members, including Veronica, have had profound benefits from this guided class. It's called Unblocking the 7 Chakras. It's the first class in the advanced classroom. But once I finish here, I'll send you the direct link so you could unblock your chakras. But for me, this one was very powerful too, because in my previous life, before I got on the path of Kriya Yoga, my body was a total mess. I was totally unaligned. All my chakras were blocked. Nadis, Kundalini was sleeping. It was over for me. So like this really became like a breath of fresh air, just opening up my chakras, letting that flower kind of blossom, and the visualization of the energy centers, the chakras opening up really helped me. So I would start in the beginning, I would start from the root and go up to the crown. You don't want to go straight to the crown, because that's when you you kind of scare your Kundalini, So you kind of want to dance with your Kundalini slowly and gently. You want to snake charm it up to the crown. So don't start on the crown. Start from the root and just kind of gradually bring it up. Kind of sing to your, like visualize it as like a golden snake, your Kundalini. So you don't want to scare it, or you kind of want to dance with it, like, hello, beautiful snake, let's dance. So you kind of bring it up, slowly and gently. So when they talk about like people going into like seizures or whatever, they're forcing the Kundalini, which it scares the snake, and kind of you don't want to scare the snake. You want to dance with the snake. That's the best way I would put it.
Or they
go ahead.
Or they resist the Kundalini. Some people, they resist the energy moving without knowing. So they call it like a Kundalini syndrome, because they're feeling this thing happening and they don't know, they're not used to it.
Yeah.
So they resist it. So some people, they get like stuck their neck, and so they
Right.
you have not to resist it. You have to let it flow and go with the flow, the energy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Suha. Like you can't fight the Kundalini. You have to dance with it. You have to embrace it. Like, okay, I see. And most people they're not aware of what even the kundalini is. So when it happens, they don't know. They think they're going crazy, or they think they're having medical problems or a seizure. But when you understand how the kundalini works and how to rise it slowly and gently, like we do in our school, then it's a beautiful process. It's not a scary process. You embrace the opportunity when your kundalini wants to dance. I was telling Veronica before, I love to dance with the kundalini anytime it's ready. I'm waiting for the kundalini to dance. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Like, okay, you want to dance today? Let's dance. You know.
Let's
So
see.
yeah, but you basically bring it from it's sleeping in the root chakra, the muladhara, so it's like dormant. And when you start to wake it up, you kind of rise it slowly and gently. And the kundalini kind of works in conjunction with the chakras. So you kind of open each chakra so the kundalini can kind of pierce that chakra. So you're kind of opening it up so it can come up. Like, okay, the root chakra is open. You can pierce it, come through. The sacral chakra is open. You come on through, kundalini. The navel chakra is open. Come on through. The heart chakra is open. And then the throat chakra is open. The eyebrow chakra is open. Then the crown chakra. And they say when you get to the crown chakra, the kundalini opens its hood. And that's like the symbolism you see in all these statues where the snake hood is over their head. Like in Buddha, it means their kundalini is fully awakened. So that's the symbolism of the snake hood being open on your crown chakra.
We've got some comments building up. I'll just go through DK's. He's got 3 of them. He says, perfect. I think my advanced classes become available to me this weekend. New student. I am coming from the occult side of things.
Okay, I'll unlock it for him. Let me check.
Yeah,
I don't think it's locked, but I'll send it to him.
It is like the one you send me. It says after 60 days will be open. Maybe because I just knew. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you weren't able to watch it because it said after 60 days.
Yeah. Yes,
It's
sir.
locked. Okay. Let me change that actually to make sure. I'll send it to you again. I'll unlock it.
Okay. Thank you.
He says, I'm coming from the occult side of things, so this is all great new perspective.
Outstanding.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful analogy. I have a very, very analytical mind, so I'm using this class to feel more and think less.
Oh, outstanding. Yeah. Well, that's important. In Kriya Yoga, they call it bhava, which is feeling. So if you have positive feeling and you're open to new ideas, then the Kriya, Kundalini, and chakras and Kriya Yoga is available for everybody. Man, woman, anybody. It can help you in your life. So we look forward to helping you in your life with Kriya Yoga.
It's here when you're ready. Anton, he says, I wonder about people who experienced Kundalini awakening and lost all desires, libido, and so on. They say they have no desires and no libido and completely detached.
Yeah, so it's possible. Like when you reach a state of samadhi or enlightenment or awakened kundalini, those lower kind of desires lose their kind of potency. They don't really appeal to you the way they used to. So, yeah, it's possible. Like once you've been to the mountaintop, the city doesn't have its appeal to you. So, it's totally possible. When you wake up your kundalini, you've you see the guiding light, the grace of sunbathing in the grace of God, So the lower things don't have the same attachment or appeal that they used to have, because like once you reach the
Yeah.
highest state of samadhi or you wake your kundalini, that it's you know, the external Maya delusional world doesn't have its appeal that it used to have. So
Yeah, and
those
it's probably
lower animalistic emotions don't really appeal to you. And in our Kriya yoga school, we have a technique called Brahmacharya Ojas Maitreka Pranayama, which basically yogis take their sexual juice and turn it into spiritual juice. So you're always bringing your lower sexual juice up your spine, your susimna nadi to your crown, and converting it into what's called ojas, which is spiritual juice. So they really don't have any more need for their sexual urges because they already converted, they're daily converting it into spiritual juice. So sexual juice into spiritual juice, they would say.
so is desires from a higher perspective basically just an energy?
So desires from a higher perspective. This reminds me of a story that Buddha said. One guy said, "I want happiness," and he said, "I is ego, want is desire, and all you're left with is happiness once you remove that." So like desire is kind of how could I say? Ego mostly is desire, but when you go through the process, you kind of go with the flow and see where it takes you. So like desire has that less of a pull, but once you get to a higher perspective, there's less of desires. You just go where it kind of takes you. So in this school, when you go through the practices, you don't really, I never really had any desires. I just see how far it could take me. So but desires from a higher perspective would be like yeah, like when you ask me like what do I desire, I would say like I desire for my kundalini to be awake. I desire to go into a higher state of samadhi. I desire to be enlightened. So it's more of a higher perspective desire. It's not like a I desire to have an iPhone 16 or I desire to have a new car, you know? So so it's more like a universal oneness desire. It's less of a material desire. So from a higher perspective, once you reach a higher vibration, it would be more of a oneness kind of desire, you know?
I have a comment, please,
Okay, yes.
on this. So it's connected to the mind or the thoughts. So if in Kriya Yoga, as I understand, that you control your mind and your thoughts. Oh, I see blurry with the phone. You have to see that. So you control your thoughts. So if you're thinking sexual or you have this desire, and then you're controlling your thoughts, so you're like, we're still humans, especially if we're married or we have a mate partner, or so you still have, some people have needs. So it's, I think, in my understanding, that we have the desires, but we control them. When we control the thoughts, like a man, if he get like really desire or something, his mind will be thinking only of that. Like he doesn't function, nothing. If you want to eat, no, nothing. He just functions. When the kids go to sleep, when really, because the thoughts,
Yeah.
it's thinking of them. But with the yoga, when we do our practices, or you just keep in control of your thoughts. Not now, go to sleep. Your thought, go to sleep, go away. Not now, so you control it, that when you want it to be, it's not 24 hours. So it's kind of controlling your thoughts. You control your desires, because it's all in your head.
Yeah, that's well put, Suha. So like one of the basic techniques we do in Kriya Yoga is called Sudhi, which is basically cleansing and purifying your thoughts. You're always kind of witnessing your thoughts, detaching and letting it go. Like, detach, let go, detach, let go, detach, let go. Kind of purifying and cleansing your thoughts. So you master your mind doesn't master you. So like, you're in control. You're guiding the ship. So like when a thought comes into your head, you don't act upon it impulsively. You just kind of detach and let it go. Like letting it go, detach, letting it go. Clouds passing in the sky, water under the bridge. I'm not affected by this. You know, purifying, cleansing my thoughts.
Thank you.
I know DK, he said that I've seen that method of using the sexual energy through the imagery of the Enki. Good stuff.
Yeah, so if you could harness and collect your sexual energy and turn it into spiritual energy, it's very powerful. So these yogis do this every day. It's called brahmacharya, which is kind of how would I say that? It's kind of purifying your senses. So it's like how would I say that? It's kind of cleansing your sexual juice and converting it into spiritual juice. That's what I would say.
And then Anton says, I've read that about some people who opened the Kundalini and said they lost all desires and regret it, and some who opened their Kundalini lost their desires and say it was the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, when you have a Kundalini experience, it is a very profound experience. But I would experience it slowly and gently. I wouldn't try to force it. It's something that happens kind of naturally, and it doesn't really happen on demand. Like it happens in my case when you kind of least suspect it. So these techniques are kind of like when you say the bija mantra for all the chakras, it's kind of opening up the pathway so it could flow smoothly and gently with no blockages or resistance. So yeah, when you open your kundalini slowly and gently, yeah, it's a profound experience, I would say. I welcome it anytime it comes. So, you know, if it comes to me at 3 a.m., I get out of bed and I get in my stance and I clear the pathway for it. I align myself for it to happen slowly and gently. And I enjoy it as much as possible. I don't try to fight it. I welcome it anytime it happens. So I try to cultivate it and enhance it as much as possible. But yeah, if you have a Kundalini experience, it's a beautiful thing, especially if you have the tools to understand it. Most people, when they have a Kundalini awakening, they're not ready for it, or they're scared. The thing I would say the most is don't be scared. Just go on, buckle up and go on the roller coaster ride wherever it takes you, and enjoy it as much as possible. Because if you're in a state of fear, it's like fighting the kundalini. You want to more dance with the kundalini. You want to rise it like slowly and gently in a beautiful kind of way.
I have a comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Suha.
And sometimes if we have traumas, or like you said, or fear, or we closed our heart, we don't want to love, to not get hurt, or from a bad relationship or experience, or so the kundalini, when it reaches the heart, say the problem with the heart, it's not gonna open up and just go, because that's the important thing, that whatever rises with the opening, the kundalini movement, and it's there setting and it's not moving, so we have to be aware that we don't resist it, but let whatever comes out, let it come, so as to deal with it. Like you want to cry, you want to dance, you want to laugh, whatever reaction appears with the Kundalini arising, it's just letting that issue that's stuck, that you can't put your hand on it, it's just let it as if flowing to the surface, so as for you to deal with it. Not deal with it, that, just acknowledge it. It's like the thought. Acknowledge it. Know that it's there. Know that's the pain you're just carrying without you knowing. And just, it happened. It's in the past, and I let you go, just to surrender to the new energy, so as to make space for the Kundalini, clear the energy, and move on. That sometimes we say it's blockages. Some people, they say, I'm blocked, open my heart, my chakra, I'm blocked. There is, as I'm gonna learn here, I don't know yet, but as my information, that you need to do the work. It's your inner issues popping up, you have to deal with it to clear it once and for all. And even when you clear and the energy is flowing and you can feel it around you, everybody can feel it, you have to maintain it. It's not like I open my Kundalini, it's open, that's it. You have to do
Yeah.
the work. You have to keep the chakras balanced, or anything else, because we're living in this life outside. Like, a lot of things might affect your emotions or fear or anything, and it might start to do blockages there. So you have to make sure you do your work, let them flow, let every chakra balance to the other, so as we have the whole energy coming, in a circle with the above, with the breath work from above, ground ourselves to the floor, breathe from our hands, and that's moving the energy and the orbit, yin and yang, all together, to make sure that's the energy, it's still flowing. So I just wanted to say a comment.
Yeah, that's well put, Suha. Yeah, you're right. Like when you start to wake up your Kundalini, you can't fight it. You have to go with it. When I first had my first Kundalini, I started crying like a baby. My clothes were like soaking wet. I was crying so much, but that was releasing, and you can't fight it. You just have to go with the roller coaster ride. You have to let it all out. Like clear it out. Clear out the, take out all the trash, get all these blockages out, purify, cleanse, sooty, so like you're letting that all go, and you just go along with the ride and let it all kind of get out, so the Kundalini can keep rising, right? You don't want it to get stuck. Sometimes it gets stuck in people, like it'll get stuck in like their navel chakra, and their stomach will kind of shiver. That means you're kind of stuck there. You gotta let it all go, whatever it's in, and let it go. So all the chakras. So your Susimna Nadi, which is like your middle and visible track, it could flow up completely with no blockages or resistance. So yeah, what Suha said is right. When the Kundalini starts to rise, just buckle up and go on with the ride, and let it do its work and get all the junk and get out of its way. Don't try to block it and stand in its way. Like, wait a minute, no, not rising today. Nope, let it go. Let it go. And buckle up and enjoy the ride. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I've seen videos of people having a Kundalini experience, and they're like convulsing and like they're having a seizure.
It's not my Wi-Fi. The note came out.
What?
Veronica's not showing.
You don't see me? You don't see my face or hear me?
That's interesting. I could see you and Veronica perfectly fine.
I don't know. She looks like she just froze.
Yeah, I guess right when I said that, she froze. Oh, she's coming back. Oh, there she is.
Can you hear us?
Oh,
DK says he can see all of us.
okay.
I'll come back to my thought. I'm going to read what DK has. What are your names again? I missed any introductions. Nice to meet you. I'm just here to listen, learn for tonight until I start the advanced lessons this weekend.
Okay, I'm Ved Guru Dev. That's
I'm Veronica.
and that's Suha. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. Does the pineal gland have spiritual properties? What happens to people when they have their pineal gland removed? Are their souls removed too? How does it affect their psychic connection? That's a good question.
Is it possible to remove your pineal gland? I don't know, like maybe the physical organ you could remove, but if you have that spiritual energy in your eyebrow chakra, your agna, which is basically your third eye, your pineal gland, I think your energy would always be there. Like, so it doesn't matter if your physical organs removed. If you're a spiritual being and you've done the spiritual process, you would still carry that energy with you, in my opinion. So if you remove my pineal gland, I think I would still be good. Veronica was telling me the other day that I have an indention in my third eye because I do it so much. So if you remove my pineal gland, I think I've done the inner work to keep the energy there forever. Like throw away this meat organ, my energy is still good. My third eye is still shining forever. So I don't think my soul would ever be removed. I mean, even if your physical body, like let's say your physical body fails you, your soul, your energy, your soul would still be in some kind of form. It wouldn't be in the physical form, but it would still carry on forever. So like, I don't think you could ever remove anybody's soul or their third eye energy, but that's just my opinion. So maybe I've said Om so many times that I've burned away my pineal gland.
No, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, Veronica asked me in a previous Satsang, she said, if you say Om too much, do you have an indention in your, in your third eye? And I was like, I don't know, check. And she was like, yeah, you do have a pretty good indention. I was like, I guess it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been noticing like I have like an indention too. It's not as pronounced as yours, but let's see. Does the heart chakra get closed from being rejected romantically? Does the heart chakra stay closed if you refuse to let the pain go? How does loneliness from humanity affect the heart chakra?
Yeah, so if you've been rejected and you feel like loneliness, that's probably a symbolism of a closed heart chakra. But in our school, we have the Bija mantra that opens it up. So where I wouldn't let anything that happens in the external world, how can I say, lessen your capacity for love. Once you open the Anahata, the heart chakra, it's unconditional love, right? Like it's like a green flower kind of opening up. So like, no matter what anybody does or what anybody says, you just love unconditionally if you have a open heart chakra. So anybody who rejects you, you wouldn't even care. You would kind of laugh at it like a joke, like, ha, ha, ha. I still love you. I still love you. I still love you. I still love all of you. I don't care what you say. My heart chakra is wide open. In a previous satsang, my guru used to say, listen, when we open our heart chakra, it's not like we have a couple beans in our hands. Like, okay, I have one bean. I give you love. I give you love. When we open our heart chakra, we love unlimitedly. We love the whole world. We love our country. We love our city. We love the universe. We love everybody. So give love unlimitedly. No matter what anybody does, there is no limit on love. Love, 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 love. Everybody love. Everybody love. So if you reject me, I don't care. I still love you. If you do this to me, I don't care. I love you. I was telling Veronica, make sure you're not going to the bank when you have your heart chakra
Yeah.
open, because you'll be like, you need money? Have that money. Your money. Take all this money.
Yeah. I don't need it.
I don't need. So maybe semi-close your heart chakra before you go to the bank, you know. but besides that, just give love unlimitedly. You don't have no 5 beans in your hand where you could just give love to a couple people. Give it to everybody, no matter what anybody does. Like, oh, you reject me, I still love you anyway. If my heart chakra's open, whatever, you know. And when you realize love is inside you as you don't really need external love, because you already have internal self-love, and that's the best love, because you carry it with you forever. So
Yeah, I think we're at our best when humans love. I think that's one of our best qualities.
yeah, absolutely.
And
Love unlimitedly.
I think it's not that you stop loving, it dies. No, you still love, but maybe sometimes you just put protection. You don't
Yeah.
want to get hurt. But the love, no, you still love. If you don't love this person, you love a lot more. You love your kids, your parents, your colleagues, and the love will be unconditionally, like you don't want anything in return. And as long as you forgive that person, like forgive him for you to move on, so you keep loving. I
Yeah.
don't, my ex, he did a lot at that time, and that at that time I just observe, and then I forgive him and let him go, because I don't want to have resentment. I don't want to have this heaviness in my heart. I still love the life. I still love everything, but I have to focus on myself more as to get my old Soha back again. So I'll
Yeah.
focus inward, not just focus on hating this or that or that. I don't care. They will deal with themselves. I have to deal for forgiveness and loving myself, because the heart always, I said it before, it's just like a example of blockages. But no, you keep loving, but you maybe put some walls to protect yourself, which is normal. If you have bad experience, you want to protect yourself. You'll be just more careful not to jump into love again. You'll be you think about it twice before you jump from the
Yeah.
thank you.
DK asks, do students often have profound experiences, or do most students prefer to stay at certain limits? Well,
I mean, yeah, you could answer that, Veronica, because
I'm a
you have
student.
direct experience.
The first time I did opened up all the chakras, I did it the night before I went to bed. And I did it as perfectly as I could. I didn't think anything of it. And then I went to work and I felt like I was having an orgasm. I was like, I don't know what's happening. And I was just holding onto the table. And I don't know, that I was just, I guess, I don't know. It took like 2 days. And like the first day it was going through my lower chakras, and then it gradually moved up. But and then I had a private session with you, Vedguru Dev. I don't know what's happening. This is crazy. But now that I look at it, I think I was being protected. It was just like very gentle and just moved really slowly. But I do like I do the chakras almost every day. And it feels good. I don't know. I feel like my energy's cleaner. But I don't try to have profound experiences. I'm just like doing the work and just I think if it happens, it happens. I'm not attached to it. But the opening up the 7 chakras was the most profound thing that happened to me so far. So, yeah. I don't want to stay at a limit. I'll just keep going. And that's how I would answer that.
And I would say almost all of our students most of our students, when they came to the Kriya Yoga School, they were like, what is this Guru Dev talking about? This doesn't work. This is a bunch of hippie stuff. And then they go through the practices and they're like, wait a minute, something's happening here. I feel different, like I might be onto something here. So like many of our students came in skeptical, and then they started going through the practices and they were like, oh, this is profound. And now they're like, their testimonials sells the school itself. Like they're the biggest supporter of the school. They're like, this really works, like I'm not just making up a story. This really works. And a lot of our students have come from other spiritual traditions, and they really say like, I've never found profound benefits that I found with Kriya Yoga. So I mean, try it out, see if it works for you. It resonates with some people it doesn't, but hopefully it'll help as many people as possible. And that's why I started the free Kriya Yoga School, because I wanted to help as many people for free. If you want to go to the more advanced techniques, they're up here, but it's on, even the paid school is only $25 a month. So like, it's up here. But if you want some loose framework of what Kriya Yoga is, who am I, some basic techniques, then be the best person you could be. That's all I want. I'm not trying to get anybody's money. I just want everybody to be as best as they can. And hopefully some of these techniques can help guide you through this war zone of 2025.
I got Suha. I guess this is about us. Are you two gals moderators or students or both? Am I normally supposed to be live during the weekly meetings?
I'm a student.
I'm a student too. I guess I'm a moderator. I'm helping Vedguru Dev, but you can be live. You just Vedguru Dev sends out a live attachment. You can be live.
Yeah, so the live on the screen is for our paid Kriya Yoga students, which I think you are. I should have sent you a link. It's like a StreamYard link that I send.
In the community. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on. If you go to the Kriya Yoga School and you go to this Satsang, you'll see a link. It says StreamYard, and we would love for you to be live on on screen with us. We need as many people as we can. Our regulars, Brian and Paul and Cristobal, aren't here today, so we'll take as many people as we can.
Yeah, it'll be less work for me. I don't have to read your comments. You could just say them.
Yeah, you could just come on screen and say whatever you want for as long as you want.
Is the body's natural indigenous DMT involved in near-death experiences? Maybe.
Well, I've never come to that bridge yet, so I don't know what I would say to that near-death experience. I really haven't had too many near-death experiences, but like when you really do the inner work and you work with your inner energies, that you naturally have profound experiences. So you wouldn't need external things to get you to a state of enlightenment, because enlightenment is inside you as you. So using a substance to get you to a state, my guru used to say it'd be like water passing through your hands, and my brother Ved Mooney used to be a ayahuasca shaman, right? And he said the techniques we have in Kriya Yoga are way more profound spiritual experiences than drinking some thing to kind of induce you to that. So it'd be better, and most of these people want to take the lightning path to enlightenment, but it's a slow kind of gradual thing. Once you do the slow inner work, it's way more profound than any drug or any substance you could use. And so that's, I've never tried any of these stuff, but from my Himalayan Brazilian brother, Ved Mooney, that's what he told me. He was like, this is all junk that you don't need because you've done the inner work and you have, and it's like a band-aid over a temporary problem. It's like you might have a spiritual experience for 15 minutes, but if you do the inner work, you'll have a spiritual experience forever. You carry that spiritual experience with you. So like you would more want to do the inner work and go through the techniques and see which ones work best for you than trying to go to some shaman and they put some root in a glass and, you know,
Yeah.
lightning path to an to enlightenment.
Yeah, we can activate our own DMT naturally through meditation. It seems like,
Right.
yeah, and you have more control over it.
Right, and you're not dependent on anything. It's inside you as you, so you uplift yourself whenever you want. Just close your eyes and you could reach that enlightened state
Yeah.
just for free, just by simply meditating and clearing out your thoughts and everything.
Oh, I guess he's here, but he removed his face.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Donnie.
Hello, Donnie. Namaste. Can you hear us? I don't
Can you
think he
hear
has
us?
his microphone on.
Okay.
To turn on your microphone, you go down to there's like a settings at the bottom, and you turn on your microphone.
It says it keeps turning everything off. The device is not. Oh, he's having problems. Huh.
Oh, sorry about that.
We have a bunch of comments building up. I'll just go through them quickly.
Okay, great.
I'm not a Christian, but I love the idea of Christ consciousness and the principles of love in the Bible. I find everything is possible through love.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christ consciousness. On Christmas, we had a profound class. I forgot what number that is. What number is that? I think it's 42. We had a whole class on Christ consciousness, and I gave mantra diksha for, you know, in yoga, in my guru, in our lineage, we look at Christ as a fellow yogi. So we celebrate Christ. They call him Roma Rishi, which means like yogi not from India. So right, but they still consider him a yogi. So Christ consciousness. You know, in when you go to Yogananda's place, Self-Realization Fellowship, they have a picture of Christ on the altar. So they all look at Christ as a enlightened being, a pointer, you know, and Christ's name is close to Krishna, and you know, Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, yoga, so we love Christ.
Yeah.
To make a long story short, we love Christ consciousness, and yeah, so that's a profound class. I think it's number 42.
I think so too. Can you hear us?
Can you?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, great.
It out, yeah.
Welcome, namaste.
Namaste.
Hello.
So, whatever questions you have, feel free to ask. We're an open book here.
Is this your question?
Yeah, most of those are my questions.
Okay.
I just wanted to keep the chat going. So.
Okay, I'll go ahead and read it. I've looked for years to find this comprehensive of instructions of chakras with live teachings like this, probably at least 10 years.
Okay, great. Well, you're at the right place.
Yeah.
Whatever
I remember,
questions you have about chakras, I'll answer them live in real time, and I'll definitely send you the guided chakra. I'll unlock it. I don't know why it's locked. It should be unlocked, but I'll unlock it for you and I'll send it to you also. So you could go. It's like an on-demand video, so you could. Veronica does it like every day. She follows the
yeah.
guided chakra bija meditation, so you could do it a million times if you want till you get to the place you want.
I think we should do it again in the school classroom on Saturday. I remember at last year when we first started the school, you asked us what we wanted to learn the most, and it was to open up the 7 chakras. So I think all these new students, they want to learn how to do that. So maybe that would be something we
Okay, yeah,
revisit.
that sounds good. And in the live class, you could ask me real time questions. I ask questions after each technique. Anybody
Yeah.
have any questions or anything they want to say, or so I'll clarify everything. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we did that one. That was like the beginning classes. We're already at this would be class 51 on Saturday, so
Yeah. Almost a year.
we've covered a lot of ground. But in each class, I always ask, does anybody have any questions about classes 1 through 50? Feel free to ask me. Some of the classes, in the beginning classes, you might have to refresh my memory, like
Yeah.
in class 5, okay, what was it called? But I'll do my best to answer all your questions.
Yeah, 90% of these questions are about the chakras. I think that would be a good thing to review.
Yeah, well, I think Babaji's telling me the way I
Yeah.
should go.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens too. Like, oh, rainbow bridge meditation. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Like,
It all
what should
comes
I teach
together.
this week? Oh, it comes together here. Here it is.
See, Anton says, can the soul die? Is it possible to kill the soul if humans turned into cyborgs? What would happen to the soul?
I mean, I think, in my opinion, the soul never dies. It's this energy, and it just transmutes or leaves the physical body. So I kind of look at my physical body, and most yogis look at their physical body as like a car driving around your soul. They're not in yoga. They always say neti neti, which means not this, not this. So they're like, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. So they almost look at their body as like a hindrance, like changing clothes. Like, I don't care nothing for this body. My inner energy is intact. So I don't think the soul ever dies. It just kind of moves on or transmutes into a different form.
Yeah.
So even if we turned into cyborgs or robots, your soul would still be immaculate, in my opinion. I can't say for sure. I don't know, but that's just my intuition telling me that.
Is the planet going to ascend like some people claim? Are we going to exist this 3rd dimensional realm and the whole surrounding and body shifting into a 5th dimension?
Well, I don't know if the planet's gonna ascend. Just be the best person you could be in the present moment every day, and what happens in this crazy Maya delusional movie outside, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So just be the best person you could be in the present moment. Love unlimitedly, help people, selfless service, this type of stuff, and whatever happens, that's what it's gonna happen. So I don't really I just try to be the best person I could be in the present moment. That's enough for me. What the world is gonna do in the future, who knows? So if it ends tomorrow, I'll make sure my energy is as pure and as cleansed as possible, and let it happen the way it's gonna happen, I guess. So I mean, these are kind of profound questions that I really don't have the answer to. I don't know if the planet's going to ascend. I'm just trying to do my inner work in the present moment. I don't know. I don't know if I have the playbook for the planet. Surrounding the body, the shifting in the fifth dimension. Well, you could shift your body into a higher vibration or a higher dimension just by doing your own inner work. You don't have to wait for anybody to shift you into another dimension. You just shift yourself. Go through the techniques, and which one makes you feel the best, then put it in your toolbox and put it in your pocket, and that would be the best technique, and just cultivate it and integrate it into your daily life, and just be the best person you could be. And what happens in that external world, just kind of watch it like a movie and get your popcorn and like see what happens, but don't be attached to any kind of outcome.
I wish Paul was here. He could answer this. What is it that the so-called alien channelers are channeling when they are told that we're going to enter the fifth dimension, or talk about 3 days of darkness, the event, and so on? Are these beings lying?
Well, I don't know. I never met an alien, so I don't know what their energy is. I never read an alien. But it all comes down to if you have pure energy and you know who you are, no one can really trick you into doing anything. So like you have knowledge of self. Like the ultimate goal in Kriya Yoga is self-realization. So somebody trying to tell you what you should do or telling you lies, you kind of laugh at it like the joke it is, because you know who you are and no one can tell you anything. So an alien trying to channel something into me, I have my shield up. I have, it doesn't work. So I've never felt an alien trying to channel anything into me, because I'm a lost cause for them. I guess if you're in a state of fear and you're in a state of lower vibrations, maybe it's easier to influence. If they can influence. I don't think I've ever had that experience. 3 days of darkness. I live in Thailand. It's pretty bright outside, so I haven't seen any darkness besides nighttime where I'm at. These beings lying? I don't know. I don't even know if there are beings, to be honest with you. But in yoga, we don't make other people's stories become our stories. We live in the present moment, and we're the director of our own movie. So like, what other people say, the aliens do this, and the president said this, and I don't know, this the inner energy is this. We don't believe any of that. We do the inner work, and we listen to our own soul, our own intuition. So these movies don't really have any potence in our life, because it's just basically watching a movie on TV. I've never seen an alien. I've never seen them come to my house, so I have no direct experience. But my guru used to say, when I was in the Himalayan mountains, I was like, we're in this tent, this thin tent, and I was like, what if the abominable snowman, the Yeti, comes and attacks us? My guru used to say, if the Yeti holds God, divinity, he is our brother. We welcome him for tea. So if the aliens have good energy, come inside my house. Let's have some tea. So they've never come, but my tea is ready if they do come, and they have loving energy.
Near-death experiences and clients of hypnosis describe their experiences in the afterlife, but it is still part of the illusion. Is the source that they go to manipulative? Possibly.
Whoa. Well, in yoga, we say a God defined as a God can find. So I can never speak for the source, because it is way beyond my comprehension. Like, who knows what the source is thinking? Wow, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I don't know what the source is thinking. That's way beyond my comprehension. So I don't know. I would hope, in my opinion, the source is unconditional love and wants the best. And I can't see the source of being manipulative in any kind of way. Like, what would be the point? So, describe afterlife, still part of the illusion. I mean, I haven't made it to the afterlife, so I don't know if it's part of the illusion or not. Just like I always said, these are good stories around the campfire, but it's better to do your own inner work and not believe anything. You have a knowing from your direct experience, like, and you begin to, how would my guru say, step back from the TV and kind of detach and kind of, you witness the movie as like a detached witness, like, this is a good movie, but I don't believe any of it. So I'm going to make my own decisions and use my own discrimination from my experience or what my intuition or what my soul tells me. Listen to your soul. It would never lie to you. These people on the YouTube, on the internet, don't believe anything they say. They're cool stories, but live your own story. Make your own movie. And in our Kriya Yoga School, we have a great meditation. It's called Ananda Bliss Meditation, which is making your own movie, going to your happy place. Make your movie as happy as possible. Don't be an actor in anybody else's movie. Make your own movie. Your movie, you're the creator. You can make it any way you want. You can do anything you want. You could, I say in my movie, negativity is not welcome. You cannot come into my movie. My movie is a happy place where trees and birds and water and good energy, positivity. So don't let anybody else's perception become your perception. Make your own movie as happy as possible.
Yeah, I've been thinking like what's something I can do that's free and like maybe like I've experiencing all my 5, 6 senses, being out in nature. Like what am I looking at yeah, the flowers, the trees, I don't know, like trying to catch the morning sunrise and sets and just experiencing life and just being outside, it just puts you in a good mood. I think that's something we can all agree on, that being out in nature, it just uplifts us. And just thinking of like, what are my favorite smells? Like I like the smell of homemade bread. I like the smell of coffee in the morning, and thinking about like how just experiencing everything through our senses. And then even like our sixth sense, like our happy memories, and maybe like when we're in meditation, like going within. And I've just been thinking like I don't know, going to my happy place, experiencing things through all of my senses. I think that's something that I've been working, thinking about and doing, because I don't need to buy anything. Everything I need to make me happy is through all of these wonderful senses we have. So yeah, I don't know. We make things so complicated, and I think we just need to make it simple. and we,
Yeah, my
I don't know.
guru used to say, happiness is inside you as you. So all these marketing tricks, they're trying to sell you something to make you happy. But if you realize happiness is inside you as you, then all you really have to do is close your eyes and just go inside, and you can be as happy as you want. You are a director of your movie. You can make your movie however you want inside you. So they're basically trying to sell you stuff that they don't have. Because if you realize you have happiness, you don't have to buy anything to get happy, because you already are happy. You just realize your inner happiness.
Yeah, I can just be an observer and be happy. I'm still participating and just watching life. So yeah, happiness is
Yeah,
inside you.
absolutely. If you're the detached witness, then you're just watching the movie, enjoying it with your popcorn as best as you can.
So I've been looking into deities, and I've noticed that they like all like adorn themselves with jewelry and flowers, and I've been thinking of like, well, maybe I don't want to impress anybody, but I was just thinking maybe I could adorn myself with like jewelry here and there and like express the divinity in me. I was just wondering why all these deities do that, or maybe that's something that we should do, is just kind of like embrace our divinity inside of us. You not for not for attention, just to be, like, I don't know, like say, I appreciate this body, my divinity. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, why not? Shine
Yeah.
bright like a diamond.
Yeah, like
Yeah, shine, right?
yeah,
Shine as bright as you can,
yeah.
and you don't have to. If you wear jewelry, just
It's just
wear
for
it
me.
and shine as bright as you can, right? Like my guru used to say, like, all these techniques we're doing, we're not doing to impress anybody. No one's really gonna see it. We
Yeah,
mostly do these techniques in a secluded place in the Himalayan mountains of the forest. So we're not trying to impress anybody. We're just trying to express and let our inner divinity shine. So you kind of shine like a bright sun, like say in yoga, light every cell in your body with like inner divinity, like let it shine, like
yeah,
let your soul shine, like all the my guru used to say, go down to your basement, clear out all the boxes and junk and throw it all away, and clear all the boxes blocking your door, and let your soul come to the front and shine, like all this junk we collected and blocking our soul, let it come to the forefront and shine like a golden diamond,
yeah,
like a bright sun. Let your soul be free, let it breathe, let it shine. So yeah, if you need jewelry to do that, great. If you don't, just let your soul
yeah.
shine. Let it breathe.
Or
It'll
maybe
thank
just like
you.
smiling could be, just having a smile is like expressing yourself. So
Yeah, absolutely. I try to wake up every morning with a smile on my face, like, another day. Let's do it, Woo, Thank you, God. The sun
yeah,
is out. Everything is great, Everything else is the bonus. So I try to wake up with a smile on my face as much as possible, and that's kind of expression of letting your soul shine through your smiling face, like smile as much as possible, be happy, laugh, enjoy yourself. My guru used to tell me, like, Ved Dev, why so serious? Because I used to be like a yoga Nazi, right? Like, I gotta do this, it's gotta be exactly right. He was like, not so serious. Enjoy yourself. Breathe. Take it easy. Relax. Enjoy it. Relax,
yeah,
like let your soul shine. Be happy. Enjoy nature. Enjoy yourself in the present moment. Be happy. One of my favorite yogis is called Boganantar, where I was initiated in the Kriya Yoga, is where he initiated Babaji in the Kriya Yoga. It's Katagarma, Sri Lanka. And Bogar means enjoyer. He was this enjoyer. He loved everything. He loved his food. He loved the animals. He loved nature. He was this enjoyer. He didn't care. He enjoyed everything. So just be like Boganantar.
yeah.
Be
Enjoy
a
everything.
Bogar, enjoyer. Enjoy as much as you can.
I have a comment.
Okay, great.
We used to use this technique in any practice or certain practice, just to use the secret smile. So when you have the smile in your face while doing a certain technique, and you stimulate it from it doesn't have to be a sexual bliss. It can be a situation which is happy, makes you happy. You remember, you smell that, you feel that, you remember your grandma, that gives you
Yeah,
joy. You just put anything in. It's okay if it's a sexual thing as well. Sometimes, you know, it comes, so you use it, but you use it to it will stimulate the practice you're doing it. So we call it like the secret smile, and it's connected to the senses, or the chakras, or the emotions, and it just stimulates whatever you're doing with more energy. It gives more energy to the practice. Yeah. And it confuses sometimes people when you have the smile in your face. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I
Yeah, I'm
hope they're
just happy.
confused, right? Why is
Yeah.
this guy smiling so much? Because
Yeah.
I love life. It's the greatest. You know?
Yeah, sometimes
You
when you're
should be
smiling,
happy.
it
Why
annoys
aren't
people.
Yeah, I know.
What kind of person is annoyed by a smile, you know?
Yeah.
They need to do their inner work. I'm okay.
I worked a little in Walgreens as a pharmacy technician, still trainee. So my dad wanted me to have a good job, to be, you know, we're not gonna worry about you anymore. But you know, I tried and I did it. But then I said, I'm not gonna waste my time, my life there. Everybody's grumpy. So I'm the only creature there who was smiling. So I heard it there a lot. Oh my God, you're smiling. It's so it was like, I didn't belong there. I didn't belong there, and just quit and just moved on. It's just some people, they forget to smile. And it's even in Islam, I was raised as a Muslim. Smiling in the smile in your face is a صدقة. يعني as if you're doing a charity for like when you do charity with orphans, or with giving money to some people they know, a charity. The smile is a charity, because some people, you remind them that there is kindness, there is this woman or man is smiling without anything in return. I'm not smiling to make a conversation, it's just a smile. It's
Yeah.
unconfident. Some people, they don't know kindness. They don't know kindness without. And sorry to say that I felt that more when I came to the States. Like if you smile, or you know, be like a smile, like I smile, I walk smile, I'm happy. I don't want to be around even grumpy people, but it's just like they look like that. What's wrong with her, you know? Why she even my ex-husband, why you're smiling? Like if we're doing a hike or in a bike and somebody passes, a woman, it's not like jealousy, it's like a woman, a child, to a dog. Dogs acknowledge me more than humans.
Yeah.
Like they look in the eye more than humans. They look like that. They don't want to see my eyes. So the one who acknowledged me, if it's a dog walking, a child, the woman, the man, I just smile back with a nod, like I acknowledge you as you acknowledge me. You know, it's with a smile, with kindness. It's more than kindness than whatever I don't know what they think the smile is. so it's
Yeah. Yeah. Smile's like a gift. Yeah. It's a nice thing to give people.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, that was beautiful, Suha. I agree with you. Like a smile is like charity, like selfless service, like helping uplift people just by smiling.
Yeah.
You know, that's a beautiful thing. And I wish collectively more people would do that around the world.
Yeah.
The world would be a better and more happy place then. And you realize smiling takes the same amount of energy that frowning does. So why would you frown? Just be happy. Love unconditionally. Help people. Smile. A smile can go a long way. Maybe somebody's having a bad day and you uplift them with a smile and like, oh yeah, life is pretty good. You know, like it's a good reminder to be as happy as you can, no matter what happens in the external world. Just uplift people and be happy. And a smile can go a long way.
when I thought of it, like they're in their heads, like they had a fight or their bad day at work, so they are still in the head thinking of why they're angry, and it shows in their face. When they find somebody smiling, you just bring them back to reality. Hey,
Right.
oh, this woman is smiling, oh, she's happy. I wonder, oh my God, it's sunny, there's flowers. It brings them a
Yeah,
little
true.
to the now. Because they are in their heads, they're mad, and all their day mad. That's why it's really
Yeah.
important for people to know communities like that, kriya yoga, meditation, breath work. Just even there, I'm glad that the people are more aware of it. Even in their jobs, they take 5 minutes to just meditate, to disconnect
Yeah.
their. I know a lot of people start doing that. I'm overwhelmed. I need to stop my mind. They just go like even 5 minutes or 10 minutes in your work. Go outside.
Yeah.
If you're taking a break for a cigarette, go take a breath, deep oxygen. A lot of time I'll be
Right.
with my and I'm just overloaded. I said, I need to go out. I need oxygen. It's just, you can't sometimes breathe. I need just oxygen because I need to my body needs oxygen to have deep breaths and renew. And then, I'll feel better. Then I'll go back again. It makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been a cook my whole life, and I remember the smokers. They would go outside to get a smoke, and they're smoking, but they would be in such a good mood just being outside because I think they were getting the fresh air, even though they were smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes. Yeah, when I'm in a bad mood, if I just go outside and just breathe and just like be outside, because a lot of times at work you feel like you're just stuck in like this sardine can. So if you can just go outside, it just like totally turns you around.
Sometimes at work, I'll just open all the doors, open the windows, and just,
Yeah.
let the air move. It needs, like, you don't know who came out, what energies. You just renew, just clean. Like we clean dust and everything in our houses or at work, you'd keep everything clean. And so as the air, it just, clean up, go out, come, we need new energy.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Thank you for this.
So we got Donnie back. So hopefully Donnie. I missed Anton's comment, so I'll read that. If no one observes something, is it not there? This is what the observer effect tells us, which is proven by quantum physics. Is your headphones dead? Or
No, not yet.
oh,
Almost.
okay.
I think you need to add Donnie to the stage. Oh.
You're right. Oh wait.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Gosh darn.
You guys can hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you okay now. If no one observes something, is it there? Well, that's a good question. They say if a tree falls in the woods and you didn't hear it, did it really fall? So, maybe. Observer effect, which is proven by quantum physics. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel energy presence all the time. So, if it's seen in the physical form, doesn't mean it's not there. I feel like it's a presence there. So just because I don't witness it with my physical eyes doesn't mean it's not there. So I'm sure there's energy flowing all the time and all around everywhere. So that's what I would say. Proven by quantum physics. Oh, okay. I don't know if what's been proven by quantum physics.
Maybe he's
I don't know
talking
if
about the
anything's
double
been
slit experiment. I'm not sure. And he goes on, in Buddhism, they talk of the Atman or no self, but I need to redefine myself with a sense of self that doesn't make me so empty inside because I cannot enjoy simplicity, cuts of this painful void.
So what he's talking about is the Atman, which is basically like your soul, your inner self, right? So they're always in yoga talking about the Atman, which is basically their way to say your inner self, your inner consciousness, your soul. So all these techniques in Kriya Yoga are meant to realize yourself. Like they say, the ultimate goal of Kriya Yoga is self-realization. And like Yogananda's place is named Self-Realization Fellowship. So they're always trying to realize the inner self. And the way you realize your inner self is in our school, we have all these techniques to realize your inner self. But you realize you just do your inner work and uplift yourself, and no one can tell you who you're not because you know who you are inside you as you. So all these techniques are meant for like inner self-realization, to realize your inner self. And when you come to a state of self-realization through going through these techniques of Kriya Yoga, you kind of laugh at pain like it is. You kind of welcome the opportunity to say, oh, that's the best you got today, ego? Oh, come on, let's dance, you know? So you kind of welcome the opportunity to test your self-realization, or to test your kriyas. You look for the opportunity. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do in this situation. I'm going to do this. So that's what I would say would be the best way to overcome, realize your Atman, your inner self, in my opinion.
Anton also asks, how do I feel my soul?
Well, it's a good question. You basically, the best way to feel your expression of your soul, I mean, we have many roads to get to the mountaintop, but you could feel your soul with pranayama, which is secret yogic breath, which is controlling the prana in your body. You could feel your soul through meditation. And when you integrate and you have like a integrated sadhana in your daily life, you feel your soul in everything you do. So you're trying to meant to enhance your soul and uplift your soul, so you always feel your soul. So anytime I do asanas, I feel my soul. Anytime I do pranayama, I feel my soul. Anytime I meditate, I feel my soul. So anytime I do mantra japa, I feel my soul. Anytime I do bhakti, I feel my soul. So you're always trying to feel your soul. And like I said, you're kind of removing the boxes in front of your door and letting your soul shine, and feel your soul no matter what you do, and any time in your day. So your soul is always there. All you have to do is realize your soul, realize yourself, realize your Atman. So all these techniques are meant for you to realize your inner soul. So basically, clear out all the boxes, all the distractions, all the dust in your basement that are blocking your front door, and let your soul shine. Bring your soul to the forefront and bring all the junk to the background. You don't need it. Like all the stuff that doesn't serve you in the present moment, like what Kim Kardashian wears to the Grammys, it doesn't no longer serve you. It's just a distraction. Do things that enhance and cultivate your soul and bring your soul to the forefront. Let your soul shine, my friend. Open the cage door of your bird cage and let your soul fly and be free.
Is Anton...
I gotta change my headphones.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if Anton's part of the free school or the regular school.
I think he's part of the free school.
I don't know. Yeah, DK, I think he should sign up. I think it would give him a lot of benefit.
I noticed that a lot of the questions that might be coming in here are coming from like a witchcraft background.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of fear-based questions too.
What I miss when I was changing my
Um,
headphones?
Well, DK was asking Anton if he was signed up for the class.
Oh, I think Anton is in the free school, but DK
Yeah.
is in the paid school, and Suha is in the paid school also. So all of us on screen are in the paid school. And what did Anton want to know? How to join the paid school?
Oh no, I
Uh,
was recommending that it would probably be good for him to join with us because he's going to be able to talk with all of us privately and or like communicate with all of us at the same time more often.
yeah.
Yeah, so instead of using the YouTube chat and the free school, you would, when you go to the paid school, which is only $25 a month, you would get the link to come on screen with us. And you could ask as many questions as you want. No need for typing, as long as you want.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we have live classes every Saturday, so where you could ask about each technique and everything. Hundreds of classes in the classroom, so it's great.
Yeah, I think you'd get a lot of benefit out of it.
Yeah, it was
Um,
for me to write. Last time I was like a guest. Just it was, I type about something you said, and then when you mention it, it was an answer for Paul. No, it's not that. So it just every time
yeah.
I want to talk and I want to, so part of it that, but it's not the only part because it's called me. It's called
Yeah.
me.
And sometimes when I get to people's questions, we've already passed that subject because it just goes so quick.
Because it goes, so when you go back, it's already we discussed it, or
Yeah. Like, hold up, we're back up.
So there's an actual testimony from last week. Suha was on the YouTube chat like you. This week she's on the screen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
perfect.
Let's see. We have another question from Anton. I never feel fulfilled internally, and whenever I feel happy, it's just brain chemicals making me happy without distraction or chaos. I am nothing.
Well, Anton, I think you are something, and you are somebody special, and we would do the best to help uplift you and get you to the place where you could overcome that self-doubt and realize your internal self. Happiness is inside you as you. So all you have to do is realize it. And when you realize you don't need to go nowhere, you don't need to do nothing, you don't need to spend no money, you just close your eyes and go to your happy place. It's a beautiful thing. So we have an excellent class in our Kriya Yoga School, Ananda Bliss meditation, and that's exactly what it is, going to your happy place. My guru said something funny. One time we were at a temple in the Himalayan mountains, and there was a bunch of like backpackers there searching for spirituality. He was like, Vedguru Dev, if these people could only realize that if they went in their closet and closed their door and went inside themselves, they would find what they're looking for. They would save a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing. Like, you don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to do anything. Go in your closet, close the door, close your eyes, and go inside yourself as you and have a meeting with yourself in meditation. The best technique to do is Sudi, which is basically cleansing your monkey mind, cleansing the mental chatter before you go into meditation. Like, what am I going to eat for dinner? Detach, like, go. What's Kim Kardashian doing at the Grammys? Detach, like, go. Who's president? Detach, like, go. Detach, like, go. Detach, like, go. You have no thoughts? Now you're clear to go into meditation, And so, like, all these, this is all ego chatter that's trying to block you. Because it happened to me in the beginning. Like, the first couple months when I got on the path of Kriya Yoga were really rough. Because my ego liked me in my ego body. It liked me treating my body like an amusement park. It was tasty food for my ego. when I started dissolving my ego, it fought me, you know? It hates that. So it'll put up all these blockages like you're nothing, you're nobody, you can't meditate. But I'm living proof. If I could do it, anybody could do it. Like, I'm nobody special. I come from no yogic background or any of this stuff. I just did the inner work. So if you do the inner work, you'll be perfectly fine. And all these self-doubt and all this lower emotions will just dissipate the more you do the practices. And it's basically happened to all of our students at our Kriya Yoga School. They all kind of doubt themselves in the beginning, and they just say, okay, well, I'm going to see what happens when I go through the practice. Okay, whoa, this is working. This is uplifting me. This is helping me get me through the day. This is, I'm integrating Kriya Yoga into my daily life. And just simple practices like in our free school, like complete yogic breath, Purnasudhi, can just get you through the day. So just try it out, and you'll be perfectly fine. So I know it's hard in the beginning because your ego is going to fight you and try to put doubts in your mind. What do you mean? You're not a Kriya yogi. You can't do this. You can't do that. You know, like only Yogananda can be a Kriya yogi. You're no Yogananda. So it's gonna put up all these blockages, but you just gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep moving straight. Like Patanjali says in the Yoga Sutras, the line to God is not a straight line, it's a zigzag. So it happens to everybody. Fall off, you know, someday you fall off the path, dust yourself off, keep walking, get back on the path. So if I could do it, you definitely could do it, Anton. So let's uplift each other and let's get to work. So, but I had the same questions like him in the beginning, so I understand. So, you know, it's
I think
possible.
what you just said helps. It answers this question. How he's feeling. So, I think Anton, if you were listening, I think that will help. He says it will be great to interact more because I don't feel I can connect with the world. I feel lonely. I don't feel like anyone understands me. I don't feel at home. Yesterday, I sat in the woods crying in the cold.
Anton, we love you. We're here to help you. No need to cry in the cold. We uplift everybody. We leave no yogi behind. You are a Kriya yogi. We understand you. You have a home here at the Kriya Yoga School. Come on here and we'll uplift you. We'll do the best we can. I feel it's my mission to uplift as many people as possible and help any person possible. Kriya Yoga is for everybody, and if it could help you not go in the woods and cry, then we'll definitely do it. Because we uplift everybody. We don't leave no Kriya yogi left behind. That's what my guru always used to say. We don't leave anybody behind. We take everybody and uplift everybody collectively. So if you need help, we're here to help. You know, we don't need your money. We don't. If you want to become a part of the paid school, that's up to you. But we want you to be the best person we can, and we're here to help. And we understand you here. And no need to feel lonely, because we are your family here at the Kriya Yoga School. So let's get to work. And we'll leave all that behind, right? Tomorrow's a new day. Let's get started. One foot in front of the other.
Something I've learned is that, like, in that kind of mindset, because even obviously when I started my journey, I went through the same thing. It's very analytical thinking. Like, you know, the way I'm feeling is just chemicals. Everything is just an input-output type of thing with the human body that I'm in, you know. However, it's like you're not going to experience the gift that these practices have unless you actually do the work. So that means you have to sit down and do the yoga positions. You have to do everything about the practice, because these have been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years for a reason, but you have to actually sit down and do them. Otherwise, you're not going to get the benefits. And by thinking about it analytically and coming to a conclusion about like what they actually offer, it's like mental masturbation. You're going to get it in your head, like, okay, I think I get what the purpose is, but you're not going to experience it fully. It's like understanding driving from reading a book, but never actually getting in a race car and feeling the G-force on your body. You're never going to truly understand driving unless you start doing the work.
Yeah, well put, Donnie. I agree with you. Where Kriya means action, and we're action yogis. So we don't talk about Kriya or speculate about Kriya. We do the inner work where we do Kriya. So yeah, if you're in the free school right now, just go through the mini course, and it'll give you some basic framework. And if you need more and you want to come up here with us, then perfectly fine. But we don't leave any person behind. No Kriya Yogi left behind. No person left behind. If you're here for help, let us help you. We in the paid school we have hundreds of classes. Something is definitely gonna work for you, you know? Like what works for me might not work for you, but there's something that's gonna help uplift you. And you have access to me on the live class and on the Satsang, and you could come in here and talk for as long as you want. But don't feel bad. Believe me, I felt the same way as you when I started on the path of Kriya Yoga. This doesn't work. This doesn't. What are these hippies doing? What are the chakras? I had no clue. But so if it works for me, it definitely could work for you. Because I'm like the worst yogi in the history of the universe, right? Like they used to laugh at me when I went to the Himalayan mountains. What? How do you say Om Namah Shivaya? That's not how we say it, you know. So but I just kept doing it. It made me feel good. It uplifted me, and I just kept doing the techniques. Whatever techniques that work for me, I put them in my toolbox, and I integrated them into my daily life. And when I started to feel lonely, or I started to feel down, or I started to feel depressed, I knew exactly what I was going to use. So I started looking for the opportunity to use these techniques. Like, I'm feeling sad today. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Where's my Patanjali 9 emotional release techniques? Can I let it go? Am I ready to let it go? You know, just something's going to work for you. So we're not leave you behind, Anton. We understand you, and I've been in the same place as you, so I know exactly how you feel. And if I could do it, you definitely could do it. So let's get to work. You know, I know that ego. He's a strong guy. He's always trying to fight you. Don't let him get to you. Just one foot in front of the other, and tomorrow's a new day, and we'll definitely uplift you. No more going to the woods and crying. Only smiling faces
Yeah.
and happy thoughts. You know? So that makes me feel bad, actually. You know, like how can Anton be in the woods crying? Oh, we got to get him.
Yeah,
No,
let's
no
bring 'em back.
yogi left behind. Let's go get him, Babaji. You know.
I to tell him, Anton, if you're not communicating with the outside world, you're not wrong. That's what I feel. And if you want different results in your life, change the people you're around. Find your tribe. You know, I've been studying there, studying it. I'm still doing it till now, and I consider myself was open to spirituality from 2010. Not since the day I was 40 at that time. I was 40. So you're lucky with your age have all these questions, so as to have the answers and to start your life in the right routing. And if you go to the woods, maybe your soul that you don't feel it yet needs to be grounded, need to have oxygen, need to be outside. So listen to your voice, that voice inside you. Listen to it. It will lead you to the people, the practices that makes you have the peace inside. It's not the people you communicate with or talk. I dropped a lot of good friends. A lot, they were my best friends, and I had to cut the cords and move on for stuff they did. But people are for a reason, for a season, or they stay all their life in your life. So don't have any attachment if they're not lifting you up. Those people you're around, if they are not lifting you up, you don't need them. And you can't have a new people coming in unless you drop the ones who are dragging you down. So change your way. Maybe this will open up your mind a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well said, Sue.
Thank you.
Anton says, I wish I could connect with indigenous populations like shamans, and also with hippies and hippie festivals, and with pagans in nature. I want true connection. This is torture.
Well, here at the Kriya Yoga School, we have true connections, so you're at the right place.
Yeah.
I don't know where you can find indigenous people around where you're at, or shamans, but you begin to realize that you cultivate the happiness inside you. So you don't really need too many external connections because you have a strong internal connection, and you're doing the inner work, and you're uplifting your vibration and your inner energy inside you as you. So you start to become like a walking temple. Like, you don't need to go to the temple. You are the temple. So by going through these practices, you uplift yourself. And if people want to enjoy your energy, they can. But if they're taking away from your energy, then you don't need them. Because you're your own energy plant. You create your own energy, and you're your own temple. So you don't really need to go see indigenous people, because you are indigenous people inside you as you. You carry their energy, and you are your own shaman. So you conduct your own rituals and your own shaman. So you don't need to go see a shaman, because you are the shaman. So you begin to see that you are these stuff. You don't need to go find a hippie in California or wherever. You are the hippie, because you do what hippie rituals or whatever you want to do, and you go to the festivals and you do everything you want to do. So that's what I would suggest.
Fed Guru Dev, here it comes. Have you learned to levitate? What makes people able to levitate?
Oh, this is a Paul question that I said in previous. All right, Anton, if I show you some levitation, will you be happy forever? I will show you the power, the CT power of levitation. You ready? 3, 2, 1. There it is. All right. Now that you saw some levitation, now you could be happy forever, Anton. It reminds me of the Buddha story. The guy came to Buddha and he was like, Buddha, I've been practicing 9 years the CT of levitation. CT is a yoga superpower. You know, they say these yogis have CDs. They could read your mind. They could buy travel. And Buddha says to him, okay, show me. So he levitates over the water. He said, you wasted 9 years of your life learning this. The ferry is this a nickel, right? So don't waste your whole life on these magical powers. That's not the point. They're just kind of confirmations or breadcrumbs that you find along the path. They're not the end goal. The end goal is to realize yourself, be as happy as you can, and just uplift yourself. So you don't need these powers. They're just magic tricks that you show at a party or something. They're not necessary. So it's not necessary to levitate to be a Kriya yogi. What is
what's your experience with the Cetas or other paranormal experiences? It's a secret.
Yeah. So the CTs, like I just said, I've seen many yogis in the Himalayan mountains do many CDs. It my guru used to tell me, I saw this one yogi levitating, like you said, a couple inches off the floor, and I was like, told my guru, he was like, I was like, look, this guy's levitating, and he goes, don't worry about that, keep moving. So it's like, that's his path. You want to do your own path. So you want to cultivate and be the best yogi you could be. These siddhis are just kind of magic tricks, but it's not the end goal. It's just like signposts or breadcrumbs on the path. The end goal is to reach a state of enlightenment or samadhi where, I mean, if a CD happened to me, I wouldn't even tell anybody. I would just, oh, that's cool. But that's not, that's not why I do Kriya Yoga for the CDs. You know, I do it for uplifting my inner self, doing the inner work. So it's not necessary. It's a cool magic trick, but
His next question is, what chakra is telekinesis related to? I've read that it's connected to the 11th chakra. Some talk about a 12th chakra system. Some say there are 114 chakras in total.
yeah, well, this goes back to what I said before. They say a lot of stuff. They got all these numbers. Some person on YouTube Frankensteined a bunch of numbers. I've never heard this. What chakra is related to telekinesis? I would say your eyebrow chakra, your ajna, your third eye. This is once you kind of uplift yourself from the lower chakras to the higher chakras. This is when you experience telekinesis and these type of seedy things. The 11th chakra. So in Kriya Yoga, we don't try. The 11th chakra would be outside your body. We're not trying to really go outside our body. We're trying to do inside our internal work. So we would only go to 7 chakras, and I wouldn't recommend going past that, especially for a beginner. And there's really no need to go outside your body. You got enough work to do inside you as you. Some talk about the 12th chakra system. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. One of our members who's usually on here, but he's not on today, Brian, he went through all these, and they told him all this stuff like 12 chakras, and this is the Bija mantra, and he was like, none of it worked. It's all junk that didn't help me. So there's a lot of people who don't know trying to say they do know. Let's say it like that on the internet. And so I wouldn't really pay it no attention. I mean, you got enough work with the 7 chakras inside you, and I would just stay inside you. I wouldn't try to go outside the body. I would develop and cultivate that and do it as best as you can, I would say. So, but yeah, there's a lot of misinformation and junk on the internet for sure. Because most of these yogis, they don't talk about any of these practices. It's kind of a oral, in-person kind of system, a tradition. So it opens the door for a lot of misage information, new age misinformation on the internet. So, I mean, I wouldn't believe any of it, but that's just me.
Anton has lots of questions. Here's his
Okay,
note.
we
Is
take them
the
all.
pineal gland the seat of the soul? And what's your thought about the soul having 9 parts, like the ancient Egyptians believed? How is the soul related to the heart?
So, is the soul the seat of the pineal gland, the seat of the soul? I mean, could be, but in my experience, I would say your soul kind of radiates out from everywhere. So it's not just one place; it's everywhere. So your whole body radiates with your soul. So I would say, and I don't really see my soul as like how could I say, 9-part thing. I see it as a oneness thing. So I see the whole soul. I don't try to break up the soul into 9 parts. And what was the last part of it?
How is the soul related to the heart?
Yeah, so they say in yoga they say your soul radiates out from your heart, but I see your soul radiating out from everywhere. So like your heart chakra is kind of the bridge from like your lower chakras below the heart chakra is like the physical kind of part of your body. Once you cross the bridge of the heart chakra, it's more like the spiritual chakras up. So it's more like realizing unconditional love and radiating in a state of unconditional love. So I can see radiating from your heart chakra, but your soul radiates everywhere. So like I said before, light every cell of your body with inner divinity. So I could see your soul radiating out from everywhere. I don't want to put the soul in a box like it only happens here. It happens everywhere.
I know this is something I've heard too. When a person dies, they lose 21 grams. Is the soul, is that the soul? I think that's what he's saying.
I mean,
Yeah.
could be. I don't know if the soul weighs anything. Maybe it's weighs 0 grams. I don't know. You know, I've never I've never thought in. You know, these are like how can I say, like Donnie said, like analytical things, right? I think more in a spiritual kind of sense. So I don't know how much the soul weighs. I don't know how to explain this in like real terms. I mean, could be. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, so I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe the soul weighs something.
By is that a comment you have? Did you want to say it or you want me to say it? DK?
No. I was just kind of getting into the idea that when it comes to certain information, like the getting past the analytical mind is if it's something that like where you're trying to ask yourself, you're trying to ask other people, like for example, when a person dies, do they lose 21 grams of the soul? And it's not to be facetious or mean, but it's like, what does that, by answering that question, what are you going to gain from that? Right? I
Yeah,
don't think
true.
it's going to bring any value to your life. I think that it's like, okay, what kind of questions can I start asking, or what kind of things can I start doing for myself that will bring value to my life? And that's what I meant by start actually doing the practices in the school, the class. You'll come to these realizations on your own, and it's a lot like the telekinesis or something like that, where it's like, okay, I can ask, how do you do telekinesis? And I can practice it, or I can just reach out and grab the water bottle that I've been trying to reach, and it's much more simpler. I think that there is, I think mental masturbation is just akin to knowing information that just isn't really practical, and it's not really going to get you anywhere. It's I think it might be similar to like the ego knowing really cool information that other people don't know, like secret information. But at the end of the day, it's not going to make you any happier by knowing this information. Going on a walk and meditating and being um, here right now, enjoying the sun and all that, that's going to probably make you actually feel better. So it's just kind
Yeah,
of like you have to start being self-aware of why are you asking these questions? Why do you want to know this information? The questions that you're asking, is it going to bring you something that's more practical and useful and be valuable to your life? And so you have to be aware of why do you care about certain things, and kind of go from there.
yeah. Well put, Donnie. I agree with you. An easy thing to say, affirmation to tell you, is to say, how does this serve me in the present moment? And you realize most of this stuff doesn't serve you in the present moment. Like how much the soul weighs, it doesn't really serve you in the present moment. So you begin to start changing your mindset into doing stuff that serves you in the present moment. Then all these cool little facts that you've seen on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, like what Donnie said is true. Like, what difference does it make how much the soul weighs? I mean, if it weighs 22 grams or 0 grams, it doesn't really serve you in the present moment. So start changing your mindset into cultivating stuff that serves you in the present moment. Like, like how can I get over this loneliness? How can I overcome this loneliness in the present moment? That's more important than how much the soul, weighs, or what other people say it weighs. So I would say, but yeah, that's well put. Like you begin to start changing your mindset. Like I got all these cool facts, but what am I gonna do with all these cool facts? I need to start focusing on stuff that uplifts me in the present moment and helps me get out of this state of depression and be as happy as I could be in the present moment.
So what I was just saying is like, if you do kind of enjoy researching or reading into like certain truth and things like that, I would say get into more philosophy. And someone that I think is more recent is Jordan Peterson. He goes into the ideas of the analytical reasons of finding purpose, and the ideas that happiness is fleeting, that you're trying to chase happiness, but it's like you don't really need happiness. You can just have a sense of calmness without happiness. You don't know happiness is fleeting. You don't necessarily need happiness. But that's going to be a totally longer discussion.
I don't know. He responds. Oh, go ahead.
And in our Kriya Yoga School, we have daily Babaji motivational quotes. So maybe that could uplift you also.
Yeah. I don't know. He says that sometimes searching for truth almost becomes addictive. I feel a deep hole inside, and I keep coping in various ways to fill the vacuum and hole inside, and with various things.
Yeah, it's understandable, but we'll fill the hole inside with practices that will help uplift you instead of facts that can't really serve you in the present moment. So if you need help, we got help here for you. So we'll fill the void up. In our paid school, we have over 100 classes, so you could probably take a year to go through all of them. There's a lot of them. So, there's classes on mantras, there's classes on mudras, there's classes on pranayama, there's classes on asanas, there's classes on dhyana meditation. There's over 50 classes that are over an hour long. So yagnas, I don't know how many yagnas we've done, over 20. And this is the 34 satsang, so we could fill that void up for sure.
I'll be so busy with that. Yeah, you won't have time to think about all this stuff. I don't know. I've been thinking about ascended masters. Like Jesus was an ascended master, Yogananda, but I wonder if there's a lot of ascended masters that just fly under the radar. I think if I was an ascended master, I wouldn't want anybody to know about me. But I don't know. Like if you become an ascended master, you would just come back here to Earth to help people, right? Or
yeah. So, well, like you asked me before in a sad song, you were like, "Do you ever feel lonely?" And I was like, "Lonely? man, I don't even know how all these invisible ascended masters fit in this room.
Yeah.
It's too full. There's no room to breathe. There's too many in here. So I'm positive most of them kind of, how can I say, run under the radar, like help 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 unknowingly, you know. So that, yeah, that's highly possible. They don't, you know, they say in Kriya yoga you'll see Babaji 10 times before you see Mataji once. So Mataji always works in the background. It doesn't mean she's less than Babaji, but she just doesn't want to be in the forefront. She likes to work in the background. So I'm sure most of the party ascended masters like to work in the background, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but I was like, maybe you are, but we won't know till you die and we see like the body of your work. I don't like most ascended masters. I don't think we realized they were until they died and we see everything they did.
well, I never thought about that. That's never been a goal of mine. I'm
Yeah,
just
and I
trying
know
to
it's not. Yeah,
help as many people as possible. Like I don't know. You even know, like, the guru kind of title was hard for me
yeah,
to ascended master. That's like mind blowing.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
you're just
to
doing your thing.
feel my way around the dark like everybody else. Like be the best person, help as many people as I can wholeheartedly, and where it takes me, that's where it takes me. So I'm just kind of going with the flow, along for the ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it would be kind
Yeah.
of funny, like, to see my picture next to Babaji or Yogananda. That'd be
Yeah.
funny, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd get a good laugh about it. I wouldn't take it personal, like, look at me, I'm the supreme guru.
No, it was like,
Listen
I
to
belong
me.
at that campfire.
I have all the answers. You know, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
Yeah.
see what happens. You know.
Yeah, I don't think an ascended master has a big ego. They're just here to help. So,
Yeah, I'm here to help. If that's my calling, then I guess that's where I'll be. If not, that's perfectly fine. No expectations. I don't have any expectations. I
yeah.
can't get disappointed because I don't have no expectations. I just see where it takes me.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, if we've worked with ascended masters, like, in past lives, or I don't know. That doesn't matter, or past lives, but I don't know. It's just thoughts that I have. So,
I mean, could be hypothetically. People tell me the reason I have so much love for Babaji because he was my guru in a past life or
yeah,
whatever. But I mean, that goes back to Donnie's point. It doesn't really serve me in the present
yeah,
moment. Like, it's a cool ghost story for around the campfire, but it doesn't serve me in the present moment. So I'm just trying to do what serves me in the present moment and helps get me as far down the path as I can. So, like, yeah, like, you know, in our Kriya yoga school we have many practices. If it's like you see shapes or you see lights, don't get attached to it. Keep focusing your bindu, you know, on the practice, because you could go down these rabbit holes and you could get distracted by these cool shapes or these cool CD powers or whatever, and it would take you off the path. You just got to keep laser focus going straight. So that's kind of the way I look at it. So I don't, you
yeah,
know, if I start thinking about Ascended Master, then you might not see
I,
me in this week's class.
yeah.
Anton,
Well, once you reach enlightenment, you have no reason to be here unless you want to come here to help people.
Well, that's a good question, because I don't know, like, once you reach enlightenment, you want to give enlightenment to everybody. You want to help uplift everybody. So I see myself as being on the front line of trying to help. There's enough darkness in the world. I want to give more light, and I want to help uplift people as much as I can. And if I'm if I'm in the clouds or the astral plane, who am I helping? They're already enlightened up there
Yeah.
too. So I need to be on the front lines helping people like Anton. Like, Anton, what? You were in the woods crying? No, 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 no.
No,
Let's
we can't
go.
have that.
Let's go. Come on. Let me lift you up. Let's go. You know, like, so I don't know. Like, I guess it differs on different people. Like, some people probably wouldn't want to come back. Some people would want to come
Yeah.
back because, you know, like who said that? I think it was Brian or Paul said there was an episode of the Twilight Zone where this guy got everything he wanted and he realized it wasn't heaven, it was hell because there was no excitement, you know?
Yeah, you
So
get everything you want.
I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
that'd be kind of boring.
What were you gonna say, Donnie? Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, it's just so funny that you mentioned that as I was typing something similar, where Anton was asking, can beings from other dimensions materialize here at will? And if they can, why don't they do it? And I was just saying, if Anton, I'm not sure how far along in the program he is or if he's a new person here, but it would actually be a very good question that if he has these kind of questions where it's like these are all good questions, that it's like, oh, you could actually ask yourself these questions during meditation
Hmm.
and see what kind of information you get. Because by us answering all of these questions for you, you're actually robbing yourself of the experience of having this come directly to you. And what I mean by that is like when I was a kid, this is like the weird stories I have. When I was a kid, I was able to meditate and ask questions and know things about things that were going to happen next week or the next month. Um, and so it's kind of like, I'm not sure how you would describe it, but it kind of robs the experience where if you ask someone for you to do something like, okay, like what does ice cream taste like? I can tell you it tastes like chocolate, but if you don't actually go and taste chocolate, you're going to rob yourself of that experience. Like, like what does it taste like? And then going out and actually trying it. But then to also answer his questions about dimensions materialize, um, there's also a mathematical way of looking at it where like if you're looking at a book, these images, or like imagine if we are on the 3D plane. So we're say imagine a book where you can actually look at the characters, but the characters in the book cannot look at us. So we're in the 3D plane and we're looking at characters in the book which are on the 2D plane. We can actually take, say, a door, or if the person in the book is looking at a safe, combination safe, we can see what's in the safe from the book, but they can't see that. And we can change what's in there. We can draw and take it out and do whatever we want. And they would never know because they're characters on a book. So it's kind of to say, like, if there were beings from another dimension, they could, change the story or interact with us in ways that we can't. A character in a book from that dimension cannot reach out of the book into our dimension. So the same way to say is that, if there is anything that's from a higher dimension, they, for us to reach out to them would be a lot harder. Whereas, like, they would have to come into our contact and allow themselves to be like, say, hi, I'm here, I'm coming to you,
Hmm.
but I think they would only do that if we were ready. I don't know. It's kind of like a weird analytical way for me to describe all of these kind of esoteric or um, questions in regards to aliens or demons or angels. Like, how do I, because I know we're going to get a lot of those questions, like, how do I talk to demons, angels, and so forth? And it's like, well, we're going to have to find and fine tune our instruments. So, and how do you do that? It's like, okay, your five senses. So you tune those instruments via meditating and so forth so that you can clear your radio type of thing to be able to experience those things. But nobody wants to do the hard work of meditating and or going through those things to do it. They just want to be say, I believe like I want to talk to angels, and then it's like, okay, well, good luck with that, you know.
Yeah, well put, Donnie. And what he said is true. In Kriya Yoga, we're basically fine tuning, we're cutting the static in our radio so we could have a direct kind of connection to, and let's say like mantra japa, we're calling Babaji's direct phone number, and we're trying to cut out the mental clutter and the monkey mind that is static on our radio signal. So by going through these practices, we're kind of clearing the pathway, the connection, aligning ourselves with the whatever process we're trying to do. So yeah, I agree with you, Donnie.
Anton just asked, is the human collective blocking them out so they can't enter here? Is our beliefs preventing this?
I mean, I don't know what the human collective is doing or how it would block them, but most of these questions go back to the same thing. Like, how does this serve you in the present moment? Like, you do the inner work and you be the best person you could be, and what the human collective does or what aliens do or whoever really doesn't matter, because you're doing your inner work, and all these things kind of become less relevant when you're doing the inner work because you're focusing on what serves you in the present moment.
All right. Anton doesn't have any more questions right now.
Oh, he said one other one. I'm a new
wait.
person. I recently joined.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he has another one.
Oh, he was answering DK's question.
So if you recently joined, I think he's a member of the free school. So just go through the mini course, which is in the classroom tab. It gives you a framework. It gives you asanas. It gives you pranayama. It gives you meditation, and these will help uplift you. And this will give you some kind of daily integration into your daily life to practice Kriya Yoga. And if you want more, then come up to the paid community. But if not, this is perfectly fine. You know? So I would just go to the mini course. The mini course is great just to give you get you started on the path of Kriya Yoga and give you some basic information, what Kriya Yoga is, who am I, how do I get this name and this and that. And yeah, it'll help get you started. So if you go to Skool, it's on the classroom tab. And he's already been to the school. So anybody who wants to join our free Kriya Yoga school, the website is freekriyayogamasterclass.com. And we have a great community there and a great mini courses, and yeah, to give you some framework of what Kriya Yoga is to help you in your daily life be the best person you could be.
And if they have any questions, they can email you.
Yeah, they can email me. I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Feel free to reach out anytime, especially you need help. We're here to help. No yogi left behind.
So Anton's last question was about Carl Jung. I'm thinking about the collective unconscious that Carl Jung talks about. If this is like a collective dream, then we're collectively creating it.
Yeah, could be. Like I said, you are the director of your own dream. Don't let Carl Jung's dream become your dream. Make your own dream however you want it to be. You know, you are the director of your dream. You can make it however you want. So don't let the collective unconscious become your unconscious. Make your own unconscious, you know. How do I connect with... Oh, go ahead. Say.
Oh, he wants to know how to connect. How do you connect with you people there? Should I turn on my camera? Are you guys there now?
Yeah, we're live here now. So this link is in our paid school community. as a benefit for our paid school members. So if you want to join our paid community, I'm not sure. What is it? I think we took down the website.
Let me see if you have
You
it.
go you go in the free school, you go to About Us page, and on the right side it says paid community, and you click on it.
Yeah.
It's only $25 a month, and you'll see in the 34 Satsang, like Donnie did, you click on the link, it says StreamYard, and you'll be able to come on here, and we'll be able to see you and talk to you. So you won't have to type out all this long, drawn out chats. You can just ask as much as you can.
Let's see. There's a member section where you can chat with members or join the weekly online meetup chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in the paid school too, we also have every Saturday live classes, which you could come on and I demonstrate the techniques, and you could ask question about the techniques or any of the techniques. And we're in the paid school, we have really great mantras too that will help you focus and connect. Is there a way to chat with you guys in the free Kriya Yoga school?
The community.
Yeah, you could go into the school like message, or you could go to you could just comment on different posts.
Well, I think you get a lot of benefit, Anton, if you joined the paid school and could be on here for the live school and go to the classes on Saturday and learn all these techniques. I think you find it very beneficial, Anton.
Yeah, and you would have access to all of our members, and you could talk to me in real time, whatever questions you have. Or if anybody out there wants to see if they want to benefit from Kriya Yoga, join our free Kriya Yoga school. We'll give you some basic frameworks of how to start practicing.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
What happened?
My cat just jumped up here. Sorry.
I sneezed.
Oh my God.
See, you could see this is all live, right? Live in real time. No edits.
You can see the big cats running in the background over here too.
Oh, I've got some comments. Okay. Yes. $25 is a personal investment for your personal growth and happiness. Anton, I want to open up some of my psychic abilities. I want to be able to communicate with beings from other dimensions.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
and like Donnie said, you would need to clear that connection, that alignment, that radio signal. You would have to cut out all the distractions and the junk, and meditate as hard as you can and see what happens. But what would be the benefit of communicating with beings from another dimension? My guru used to say, like, because I used to ask him, like, do we have a kriya or a technique to go to the astral plane? And he was like, why would you want to go to the astral plane? That's not our place. That's Disneyland for other people. Just do the inner work inside you as you, and you might not want to go to the astral plane. You might see some things that you don't want to see. So why do it to yourself? You're here in this body, in this present moment. Be the best person you could be. Go inside yourself as yourself and do the inner work.
I can tell you right now, Anton, from coming from a witch like a witch background or a cult background, they're going to tell you the same exact thing, that if you're going to contact, if you say, I want to open some of my psychic abilities, they're going to tell you that you have to learn a lot of these fundamental things, like clearing your chakra systems or being able to sense energies around you, because you're going to want to be able to sense when there's an energy around you, if it's something foreign. So, if you're going to start asking something to invoke or to invoke, or however it might be, if you ask something to come into you or around you that is foreign to you, that's alien, demonic, angelic, or whatever it might be, you need to be able to sense that. And the only way to sense that, again, is by fine-tuning everything around you. So that means you need to be able to not clear your thoughts, but to be able to say, okay, is that my thoughts? Is that something else's thoughts coming into me? Am I making things up in my mind? So you have to be extremely self-aware. And so that's why I keep saying, like, all of these things that you're asking are going to come later naturally. There's not really much point in asking them, because as you go through this program, as you start learning how to do the mantras and learning how to program your subconscious and learning how to feel your own energies, type of thing, all of this stuff is going to come naturally. And then if that's something that's kind of meant for you to learn, then that will be attracted to you and you'll start naturally learning more about it. And I think every person that has actually gone through that in the occult, or that side of things where you're asking that from, like, that's talking to other beings, they've had to go through these exercises. And there's no shortcut whatsoever. And even then, even after they've done these things, it can still take months and usually years of practice to kind of get to that point. Because we have to, again, like what he said, we have to do the inner work. And that takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication, because we have to do it for the want of, like, through gratitude type of thing, not for like an end goal, but to enjoy the process and journey, and not really be like, oh, I'm just going to do this just for that, because then the things that you want to talk to, they're going to know that you're in this for the glitter and the gold. You're not actually trying to do this for a reason that is becoming the best version of yourself or to help humanity. You're just doing it for the ego. I don't think that usually people that do that are going to see a lot of results.
Yeah, well put, Donnie. Like, all the spiritual experiences I have were like a byproduct of the inner work I did. I wasn't asking for it; they just kind of happened. So, it it I didn't have no expectations. Like, I'm like, today I'm gonna communicate with an interdimensional being. It never happened that way. I did my inner work, I did my sadhana, and if something happened, then I was ready for it. But yeah, it's more of like it's like these CDs. It's like a byproduct that happens from you doing the inner work. But like Donnie said, without the inner work, it's never going to be possible. And you begin to realize that you don't even want this the more inner work you do anyway. Like, who cares what an alien thinks? You're doing your inner work in the present moment. So, like, things you think you want right now kind of dissipate the more you go on the spiritual path. Like, oh, I thought I wanted that, but yeah, I don't really need that. It doesn't serve me in the present moment. So, yeah, just do the inner work and see what happens.
Does the U.S. military at Area 51 have green guards, maybe reptilians, to guard 51 and protect it from astral travelers? Why do astral travelers encounter them and can't go into Area 51?
That
That might be above your pay grade. Like,
That's above my pay grade for sure. Green guards? Well, I've never been to Area 51, so I can't verify that they have green guards. Maybe they could be reptilian to guard Area 51's protected from astral travelers.
You might want to go
So,
ask Joe Rogan about that question.
yeah, Joe Rogan would probably know more about this than me. He has good experts on who know about this. Protect. Can green guards protect astral travelers? Well, that's another interesting question. I didn't even know there were green guards, and I didn't know there were astral travelers. Why do astral travelers encounter them and can't go into? Well, I don't know. This is all hypothetically. These are good stories around the campfire. You know, these are good movies to be made, but it all comes back to it. How does this serve you in the present moment? Like what green guards do or astral travelers don't really serve you in the present moment. So do your inner work, be the best person you could be, and all these kind of questions will kind of dissipate in time. You realize it doesn't kind of matter.
Anton.
What was his next question?
Well, this is like an astrology thing. My Charian wound is in Virgo, so I am sick of trying to serve others to not feel worthless. I feel shadow banned too and lonely on social media, just like real life.
Well, I don't know what
Well,
a Chandran wound is in Virgo, but
I think that's a planet in astrology, but Virgos are about serving others.
you're not shadow banned. We're answering all your questions.
Yeah.
And no judgment here either. No matter how out there it may seem, we're trying to do our best. You're not lonely. You're on social media now. We're helping you out. We're here to help in real life. So
Yeah.
you have a family. You have a community here at the Kriya Yoga School. You can ask the craziest questions as you want. It doesn't matter. No judgment over here. We're trying to help. But it all comes down to the point of how does this serve me in the present moment? And you realize most of it doesn't serve you in the present moment. So don't carry this trash around with you. Just let it go. It's cool for a movie, but don't attach to any outcome or narrative. I know here I feel the connection. That's great. All right, see, we're uplifting
Yeah.
you. We're helping out, you know. So you have a great family and community here at the Kriya Yoga School. No judgment. So no need to feel shadow banned or lonely. We uplift every yogi. No yogi left behind.
Well, I don't have any more questions. Did you guys have any questions or?
Yeah, feel free.
No, just to unlock the advanced stuff so I can take a look at the comprehensive list of everything.
Yeah, I'll unlock all that for you. I thought I did unlock that, but yeah, I'll check it as soon as I get off here, and I'll send you the direct link, and you tell me if you got it, if you could see it. If not, I'll keep working on it. Yeah, I'll unlock everything. I don't even know why any of that's unlocked.
Yeah.
But before a couple months ago, I had another partner. His name was Chad, and he liked to lock all that stuff. So I thought I unlocked that, but I guess I haven't. So
Yeah. It's free.
yeah,
Let it free.
right. Nothing should be locked. Everything's free. You know, use all the mantras. You do everything you can.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say, Vedguru Dev, before we close this out?
Yeah, just to answer Anton's question, all the videos, I think, if you were to go watch chat or any of the previous things, everything is here in the. From what I found, all the lessons that are on the school are free in the video section on this channel. So I don't think there's anything that you would not be able to find by going back into the live sections.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a way to watch Chad's video again? I think Chad deleted his channel. So the partner I had before a couple months ago, for those people who don't know what he's talking about, he had a channel called Open Your Reality, which basically talked about this aliens and soul trap and all this stuff. So he's asking how to watch Chad's videos from Open Your Reality. I think he deleted his channel. He just had enough. So that's how I got started on the Skool journey. He interviewed me on his channel, and we started this Kriya Yoga School. But a couple months ago, he decided he didn't want to do any of this no more, so he deleted his channel and moved on with his life.
Yeah, a lot of people love Chad's channel, so maybe he'll come back. So,
Maybe, or maybe he
Yeah.
won't come back.
Yeah. you just had to enjoy it in the present moment.
Yeah, enjoy it while it's there, because it might not be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it was great having you, Suha. I've been wanting other females here for months. So
I'm
keep
glad-
coming back.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, usually Veronica's surrounded by men.
Yes, I'm outnumbered.
In the class even more, right? There's like
Yeah.
you're the only one on screen, and there's like
Yeah.
5-6 men. But we need some balance. We need some Shiva and Shakti, some masculine and feminine to balance the energy. That's what, before I said, my guru used to say, like, all my mantras were to male deities, Shiva, Krishna, I don't know, all Maruga, all these deities, Narayana, Vishnu. He was like, too much masculine, not enough feminine, no balance. So now I have Lakshmi and Saraswati and Gayatri to balance the masculine and feminine. So we need that in the school too. We need divine mother and divine father energy to balance it out. So I'm glad you joined us here, Suka.
I am too. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I enjoyed it, and it's only the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll all walk this Kriya Yoga path together, holding hands, uplifting everybody. So that's my true blessing, to help as many people uplift themselves with Kriya Yoga as possible.
And it was nice having you tonight, Donnie.
I'll try to be on more often
Yeah.
too.
Me too.
Yeah, so today, Tuesday, I had to do this satsang earlier because I got to go to Bangkok tomorrow, but every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our satsang, and every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our live class. But if you can't come to the satsang or the live class, you could watch it back.
Okay.
I put a recording on demand so you could see it. If you go into the paid school, you could see all the classes. 1 through, I guess, 50 is up there now. So
Yeah.
you could watch it back, or you fast forward it or rewind it, or however. And then all the classes in the paid, we have beginner classes, intermediate, advanced classes. Then we have sections for all the asanas. I think we have 18 asanas right now. What else do we have? Pranayama. We have a lot of classes. Meditation, mudras, mantras. Then we have like question and answer, and we have all our yagnas. Every month we have a bi-monthly full moon yagna. So on the full moon, all our members send in their problems, and I burn them up in the holy yagna fire. So you can see the videos of those past. So if you have any problems, email me, vedgurudev@gmail.com, and I'll burn up your problems in the holy fire. We have a full moon holy fire yagna ritual every month. So, and we have satsang, so a lot of value for $25 a month.
Yeah.
Happened to me.
Something like the sound kind of went out for a second. kind of like
Oh,
echo.
it's getting crazy over here today.
Yeah. I know Anton just had one last question about like if you feel drowsy, is it okay to meditate? I would say yes, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's important to be aware when you meditate. But if you feel drowsy, it's okay. Like literally, when I go to sleep, I try to go into a state of what's called turiya. So I try to transition from a drowsy state to a sleeping state in a meditative state, if that makes sense. So yeah, if it helps calm you and get you into a calm, still state of sleep, why not? You know. In the school we have a technique. I think it's in the free school too. It's called shavasana, which is basically the corpse pose. And people fall asleep in that all the time. When that's perfectly fine because you want to get to that deeper state of realization. So if you fall asleep, that means you're in a comfortable, relaxed state. If you don't fall asleep and you have a monkey mind, then that you need to address that more than but going to sleep or a drowsy state. Yeah, meditate and go into sleep. That's a beautiful thing.
What advice do you have for somebody who feels like meditation's very discomfortable because he gets so drowsy?
Well, it's discomfortable because your ego is kind of blocking you from doing that. So you just gotta detach, like detach, let go. I'm meditating, detach, let go. And when you have a clear connection, it kind of gets rid of all the discomfort in meditating. And what I always say in the class is you don't have to sit like me to meditate. You could sit in a chair. Meditation is more about comfort and relaxation. So if you're in pain or you feel discomfortable, it's going to block your meditation. So you want to sit as comfortable as possible. You don't have to sit in any particular way in the beginning. Sit in a chair. If you can't sit on the floor, your legs go numb, just sit in a chair, put your palms facing up and just close your eyes. A thought comes into your head, just detach, let it go, detach, let it go. When you don't have no more thoughts, just go into meditation and just be one with yourself. Exist in a state of being. You don't have to think anything, you don't have to do anything, you just be in meditation and you'll be perfectly fine. Try it out. But you got to kind of break down these walls and these obstacles of discomfort and everything in the beginning. So in our Kriya Yoga school, we don't really have any rules or guidelines, or I'm not like a guru with a stick like sit that way, sit that way. Just do whatever makes you feel the best, and you'll be fine. So there's no right or wrong way. The best way to meditate is the way that makes you feel the best. So just do what works for you the best. Try it out and just keep going as far as you can and see where it takes you.
I think Anton has another question. Okay,
Okay,
he said, nice. He says, thanks for all your help, people. Namaste.
Yeah.
Namaste. We're here to
Namaste.
help anytime, Anton. So just be happy. Don't worry. I know it's hard out here on these streets. It's a war zone. It's a
It's hard on the
minefield.
streets.
So just wake up with a smile on your face. Enjoy the free things in life. The nature is beautiful. The sun is beautiful. Just wake up with a smile on your face and be happy. We're here to help. So feel free to message me on Skool chat, or if you want to join us on the screen, come up to the paid Kriya Yoga School. We have many techniques, but we just want you to be the best person you can. So whatever help you need, feel free to reach out. I'm here always to help. Like Veronica knows, I'm always available most
You
of
are.
the time. and and I never leave anybody behind, you know? Like I always my guru used to say we don't leave any yogis behind. So no one left behind, right? So
Yeah.
if you need help, feel free. No judgment over here. I'll answer all your questions wholeheartedly to the best I can. For all of our Kriya Yoga School members, everybody. Free, paid, non-school members, I don't care. Whatever, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. It's my true blessing to help as many people as possible. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help people
Yeah.
with Kriya Yoga. Yeah. Before this school, I was like, what am I going to do with all these Kriya Yoga techniques? How am I going to help people? Babaji's like, don't worry. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Time is coming. Here it is. Oh, Kriya Yoga for you, Kriya Yoga for you, Kriya, 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 Kriya. The whole world.
Everybody. Fill those cups.
Everybody. I was telling Veronica, I'm Oprah of Kriya Yoga. You get Kriya Yoga, and you get Kriya Yoga, and you get Kriya Yoga, you get Kriya Yoga. Everybody gets Kriya Yoga. Whether you have money or not. Free Kriya Yoga for everybody.
Yeah.
I like that. Stay ready. Say not to get ready.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something you say all the time. You gotta stay ready to be ready.
How do I say it? Stay
Yeah,
ready
like,
so I don't have to get ready.
Yeah. Well, thank you for a wonderful class, Vedguru Dev, or Satsang.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine. And this Saturday will be our 51st class. So if you can attend, that'd be great for all of our members live.
Yeah.
If not, we'll have the recording on the school where you can watch it back on demand at your leisure.
Thank you. And have a wonderful night. Thank you for the time and knowledge and answering our questions. Even others' questions help us.
Yeah.
It's all learning. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Veronica. And it was nice meeting all today.
You guys too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine. It's a true blessing to help as many people as possible. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah, this feels more like a spiritual tribe, like our community. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vedguru Dev, you feel like my best friend, really, but
I am all
No.
people's best friends.
yeah. Love it.
Well, how do they say it? A friend in need is a friend indeed, right?
Yeah.
So whatever questions, give it to me all. I take them all.
All right.
Okay, well, I guess we'll end it. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.